Liz.
Garen.
And we have Cynthia and Ross McElroy with us today.
Yeah, and today we're talking about something that's really, really special here in Hamilton County. It's one of the longest running traditions in this county, and it is a golf tournament that's raised, almost $175,000.
And how much is it? It's,
scholarships.
I have it in my notes. $172,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Right.
That's a lot for scholarships.
Yeah, since
in a small town too.
since 1990. So Cynthia and Ross said that they really make it happen.
Well, not just them.
I know it takes a lot.
It adds,
a lot of help behind the scenes.
Right.
So we're gonna let them talk a little bit about the tournament.
Yeah, tell us about the tournament, the origins, who it honors, and we're all ears.
Yeah, so it was a tournament after Gary Wayne passed away. Back in 1990, they started it. And it was actually his college golf team
Okay.
that he was buddies with and going to school with in Snyder at Western Texas College. And so after that tragedy happened, they started the tournament with Gary and Tootie, and actually started it in Snyder. The first scholarships were given to Western Texas College participating college students. So fast forward about 5 years in, and they actually moved the tournament to Hamilton.
Okay.
And the scholarship fund followed that. So instead of benefiting college students, it was benefiting high school seniors in Hamilton. And so I think folks got tired of the trek to Snyder every year. So they got a little strenuous on them. So they ended up moving it back to Hamilton, where Gary Wayne graduated and won state golf his senior year in '87.
Yeah.
So we're actually coming up on, next year will be 40 years since he won the state title.
Wow.
For Hamilton Golf. And he was, I got all these like fun facts and everything, researching the tournament, researching Gary Wayne and the history of it to build the website and the Facebook group and all the things that we've kind of done to promote the tournament over the years. And he was actually the first individual medalist to win a state title for Hamilton.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, so shameless plug here. What's the website, just so everybody knows?
So gwsjunior.org.
Okay. And tell us, obviously Gary was obviously an avid golfer and quite talented. Give us a little bit more insight into his personality and what makes this particular tournament so special and why we get so much turnout. I know that there is a huge legacy there and a huge outpouring of hearts that go into it, but give us a little insight into who Gary Wayne was.
So I'll speak secondhand. I think Cynthia can fill in a little bit, but
she's being quiet.
I never met Gary. So we moved to Hamilton in, I guess the year that he passed away, maybe 1990.
Okay.
Maybe 89. We moved to Hamilton. I was going in the 4th grade. Cynthia was going in like the 2nd grade. She was the same year as my sister.
Okay.
And so, secondhand stories you hear, I mean, being, fast forward to, us dating and getting married and having 2 wonderful kiddos and all the things, right? You hear all the stories over the years in the tournament, talking with Gary and them. And people like Stanley Sellers and Bill Lawrence and Brian Hale and Brian Lightfoot and others, Keelan Johnson, just a lot of his friends that he grew up with. He was just an intense study of the game of golf. He really dedicated himself to practicing. I mean, there's stories of him going out to the club and it's still dark outside and he's chipping up on the green. So he really dedicated himself. I mean, we've been following the girls and boys golf programs this year, going to state and all those kinds of things. And the later years in the golf program, they were going as a group, right, as a team. But back then, Gary Wayne was going individually.
Okay.
So what you have to do in district by district, and I imagine it's the same set of rules, you at least have to medal first, second, or third to make it on to the next round. So for him to win state that year in 87, his senior year,
Okay.
he had to do it himself.
Right.
There wasn't any team that could, if he had a bad day or those types of things. So I think he just really dedicated himself
Okay.
to the game, and I think he lived his life the same way, just with dedication. And he's got a favorite poem. It's the Optimist Creed, right? It's based on a
Promise
poem.
yourself.
Promise yourself. But
Like
it's
to
also
find
known
that,
as
put
the
it up.
Optimist Creed. So it's
that up
basically a reminder to yourself to be kind to others.
It's
Behave
very
in a way.
authentic.
Yeah, he's very authentic.
Awesome.
Behave in a way that you can model yourself after, and others would look up to you and try to emulate that behavior. Instead of being selfish, be a little more selfless and
Well
serve
said.
others and those kind of things. So
Wonderful.
he was a very unique type of person. The folks that you talk to that knew him and grew up with him would say he's a very unique person.
Okay. And so I think the tournament's going into, is it 34 years?
34 years.
34 years.
Yeah,
now.
so it messed up the math. COVID
Uh-oh.
messed up the math on the actual tournament. So it started in 1990, so this would have been the 36th.
Okay.
We skipped 2020, 2021 with all the
For
madness
obvious reasons, right.
of COVID and everything. A nice note on that, though, we were able to still fund scholarships those
Okay.
2 years for the seniors that were graduating. So, but yeah, it messed up the math because it was really simple to understand, which one was coming up, and
Right.
which one had just passed, and those types
Big
of things.
blur, those years.
Yeah, we all try to block that out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and then how long ago did you actually take over the tournament? When did that transition happen, and what was that like? Obviously, this is a heavy lift and no small task.
Well, we moved back in 2021. So kind of us moving back, getting resettled in Hamilton, they were willing
Ah,
to hand over
lot of
the
work.
reins. It's been a lot of fun taking over and just doing all of the ins and outs to run the tournament.
What?
It takes a village.
oh,
It
that's
takes
an
a
understatement.
village.
Unless you've done a tournament before, you don't understand.
Everyone has their
since,
jobs and they know their jobs, and we're a
Yes.
well-oiled machine at this point.
That's awesome. Okay, so that's a good.
But I have
go
to
ahead.
compliment Cynthia because, you guys might not know this, but she is probably one of the most organized people that I've ever met, which works out well since she works with me, and I'm not like that at all. So it's
okay.
wonderful that she's got all that experience. And so walk us through the tournament days, because it's the 24th through the 26th, right, at Perry Country Club. So
Yes.
there's a lot that goes on with that. Tell us about that.
Well, pretty much on Friday, everybody is just arriving into town, and it's really turned into a big family reunion. We all love to see each other. And then the tournament will kick off on Saturday with 2 tee times, 7 a.m. and 1 p.m.
It is lots of fun. So because it's sold out, what, in a week?
5 days.
5 days. That's
I mean,
amazing.
That is amazing. I mean, we're just so everybody realizes, Hamilton is a town of less than 3,000 people. So
With a
tournament-
9-hole golf course.
Yeah. Yes.
Got to go through it
That's,
twice.
Yeah. So
And a lot of folks travel, right? So his golf team from Snyder that started the scholarship and the tournament, they play every year. It's the same 3 folks that play every year, and we've got a host of people that
From
come
Abilene
in
and
from-
Andrews and Houston and the
Yes.
Metroplex.
it's an event. I
Yes.
mean, this is not just a tournament. So yeah. So you did mention with the scholarship, right? So Tell us a little bit about the scholarship and everything, like how.
Well, it's a local scholarship, and we give to the graduating seniors. Yes, we always like to support the golfers. We also give to those who are just in need.
Right.
But we look for character traits. We look for involvement in the school. We look to how they live their life on a daily basis. We look for all of the characteristics that go back to my brother and be sure that it all aligns with what we do for the scholarship.
And it doesn't have to be like a 4-year,
Sure.
type school. We
Right.
do trade schools, vocational schools. If it's a, Gary Wayne, Snyder is a 2-year school, so he graduated with his associate degree before he transferred to UTSA to continue on and, to get his bachelor's and those types of things. So it's not limited to, hey, you got to be going to a name brand 4-year
Right.
type school.
For sure.
They submit a lot of applications, the kids at school through, I guess, the high school counselor, or they submit all their applications. All the applications come to Gary and Tootie and Cynthia, and they comb through those and pick from that list.
Right.
It's a hard decision. I would imagine.
It gets very hard.
It's yeah.
It gets very hard.
Yeah.
So good news is it's completely sold out. Bad news is completely sold out. Right. So,
Yes.
but I'm sure there are those out there that would still want to honor Gary's legacy, want to continue to support the scholarship program that you have. How could someone reach out to you if they just feel generous and want to donate to the cause?
We take monetary donations. You can sponsor a hole.
Okay.
A T-Box sponsorship, those are sold for $100 a piece. You could come out and have lunch with us on Sunday.
Okay, so Sunday lunch is open. Okay.
Sunday lunch is open. I would just need you to RSVP.
Okay.
So I can count the correct number of
Right,
heads.
yeah. There's a big difference between 50 and 500.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, well that's wonderful. And they could reach out to you through the website.
Yeah, and I mean, recently, within the past maybe 2 years, we officially registered it as a 501c3.
Okay,
And
good.
so,
Good to know.
If you need write-offs or anything like that, we're your
Think of us.
charity of choice. But yeah, so they can reach out to Cynthia or I, and we can fill out the appropriate paperwork so you can get those.
All right. And speaking of spending money, now there is a little bit of a change this year from what I understand that the for the golf cart rentals. Is that still the case? And tell us a little bit. I think there's been some conversations around fuel and things like that.
Just the delivery cost
Okay.
of diesel is going up.
Of
So
course.
I just had to increase my rental fee slightly. But the golf carts are all available.
Okay.
They are RSVP only
Okay.
because of the delivery fee. I'm making sure that for the carts that are being reserved, they're being paid for so that we don't have any no-shows.
Gotcha.
No. Well, but more importantly is, do you want to talk about some of the sponsors? Do you want me to list some of the sponsors that I know?
Sure.
I know
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's call them out.
Closest to the hole is always one that I love. I don't know if you know this, but you may not have
I
noticed
don't.
that I have a hole-in-one
Oh
on
my
number
goodness.
5
Oh,
You do?
from a
Oh,
tournament.
gosh.
oh, very
It's,
nice.
Actually, it was 25 years ago on
Nice.
July 4th. So you didn't know I was that good of a golfer, did you?
I love it.
Yeah, that's yeah. We won't talk about how old I was. So anyway, but closest to the hole. Which,
Yes, we have two sponsors, Hale Realty and Next Level Roofing.
Okay.
They're going to come in and they sponsor the closest to the hole on number 2 and number 5 both days.
And you have had some hole-in-ones.
We have, about 2 years ago, we had a hole-in-one on number 2 and a hole-in-one on number 5.
Oh my gosh.
All in one tournament. So that one was kind of fun.
That's awesome.
I can't remember. Did Aaron Gardner have one
Yes,
last
he-
year on number 5?
No, I think
or
he
the year
was 2
before?
years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
Mine, like, we looked around for my ball for probably 10 minutes because we couldn't find it. And then finally somebody walked over and they were like,
Check the hole.
it's in the hole.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right, I'd like to talk a little bit about the scholarships because
I thought we already talked about scholarships, but there's okay.
so
So-
since 1990,
We're real
Yes.
here.
105 different scholarships that have gone out to, I mean, any number of seniors, and that's that's sort of the reason we're here. And what does that mean to you to see those kids go on and how they're growing and in utilizing the effort and time that everybody puts in?
Well, I can say Keith Stieffelmeyer, he was, I'm sorry, Keith, I butchered your last name. He was our first recipient. And
I didn't know that.
Yes, and the way he looks at it, he's like, Cynthia, y'all helped me. Y'all helped me get to college, get going, and look how many lives I have touched.
Right,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Just with
Just
that
paying it forward.
initial, yes. So that's kind of how I see it. I think he explains it very well.
And when we were going through school, we had tons of friends that were in the. I mean, the late '90s was kind of like the golf dynasty. We're trying to bring that back these days, right, for Hamilton. And but yeah, I've got a lot of friends that I went to school with, that I graduated with in '97, that were recipients of the scholarship, and they just are appreciative. They every time they see Gary and Tuda, they hug their neck and all those kinds of things. So we can just tell it's very appreciated.
Your parents are wonderful, though. I mean, like,
They
they truly are
enjoy
wonderful
giving.
folks. Yeah. So, well, and the legacy does live on. I mean, Cynthia, you played golf in high school too.
Yes.
I mean, the bar was set very high.
Very
and
high.
Hamilton does have a legacy of excellent golfers, and I think you have some golfers in the family that are.
We do. We have a few.
They're sitting over there. Well, we're going to take a family picture in a little while. But Emery is a very talented golfer.
Yes, she's done very well. Very proud of her.
If you could see her, she's blushing right now. I'm just kidding. She actually is one of our interns sometimes too, when she's not in the 10 million things that she's in.
Or emergency backup to run the cash register or anything else that we need.
Yes. She's in all kinds of things. So,
Yes, she's
yeah.
very busy.
Yeah. So, but we're very proud of our golf team. We actually have a new golf coach.
We do. We are excited to have Natalie back in Hamilton.
That's awesome.
She has been a breath of fresh air for our girls and bringing back all of the skills and just the love of the game and just really teaching our kids what golf is all about.
Yes, because we were golfers at the same time. Now, I was not. I was an alternate.
I love you, Liz.
Which means that Jen was just nice enough to let me go along. But
It's all about the experience.
I like to tell my kids is that golf, my kids have a lot of good skills, but athletics into college is maybe not one of them. But golf, I think, is legitimately the sport that you can get paid to play throughout your whole life, depending on what your career is. I get paid to go play golf. You get paid to go play golf.
I don't know if you can call what I do golf. I go out there and hold the club and look pretty.
Well, it's a nice day out of the office.
There you
It
go.
sure is. So yeah, this is a great thing that we have here. And so, but I think a lot of that goes back to Gary Wayne, set the bar all those years back, and I mean, that's what I think anyway. So it's a good history lesson for you, 'cause he's still new to all of this. But when you drive in to Perry Country Club, all of our champions are right there, which I think is something to really be proud of. So, Man, I don't even know where you would start on all the volunteers, so you probably don't want to list all of them, but we can put that in the notes if you want me to.
Yes, I
because,
can
like,
list them
there's,
in the notes. We just, at this point, I say we're such a well-oiled machine because we each have specific times that we step in to help each other. And we all kind of know our roles, and we have fun doing it.
But yeah, it definitely takes a village. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 of
At
us
least.
that are regulars out there and, schedule our calendars for the last weekend in July, each year to be, dedicated to the tournament and putting it on. It takes a lot of effort.
Well, it obviously takes a lot of effort, and Cynthia, I know just from observation that you're involved in a massive amount of stuff around the community, the public library, the Friends of Hamilton. Let's see, I got a list here. Obviously, you work at Big Red Brand also, so you have a
the
lot.
brains behind
Right.
the operation.
You have a lot on your plate, and how does all that community work together? I mean, what does that mean for you? Because you do a lot and wear a lot of hats here in Hamilton County, and we're very, very grateful for you. So one of the things that we do like to do, is give us an idea on kind of what this community is or what you feel like you are giving to the community, I guess might be the way to say it, with everything that you have going on in a given moment. If you want to talk a little bit about the library or the Friends of Hamilton, something like that, then we
I
can.
just like being involved.
Yes.
I love being involved, no matter what. If I have an expertise
Uh-huh.
that can help the situation, I'm more than likely to jump in.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you say that because on one of our previous conversations with Pastor Drew Dabbs over at the Baptist Church, and when we kind of asked him, how do you see Hamilton County? He's like, people turn out, and not to stroke your ego too much, but you are one of those people that turns out when people.
Thank you.
Well, and Ross too.
Ross, too,
Let's
he's
give
there.
him some credit.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean,
Yeah.
But no, I think it's, I think a lot of it, or, what I think pushes us within the community is the kids coming up, right? And just making sure that they have access to, different sports that they're doing, different activities. I think Hamilton's grown since I've been going to school here
Absolutely.
and lived here. The activities that you can get involved in. And the community is tight knit and also, accepting of others, coming in, moving into the community and those types of things. I know I'm an implant,
So am I.
was born in Lubbock and lived in Tahoka until we moved here in the fourth grade. My mom actually got a job at the hospital to reopen the hospital. So that's how we got to Hamilton in the first place. And I remember the bumper stickers, it was like Hamilton, the hospital, we want it, or something like that. Those
Yes,
bumper stickers
let's
were going
keep
all
it.
around. Yeah, let's
think-
keep it, or
Keep it,
something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was on my dad's truck until.
And this is back in the day when there wasn't the internet or Monster or anything, any job boards or anything like that. So, but the community was like just very accepting of us, coming in, and that's something I always admired about Hamilton. And through COVID, we were able to move back.
Yep, he got us back here.
I mean, that kind of happened to us too. I mean, we were right after COVID.
Right after COVID is when we came back. Yeah, so it's
We
been right
came
at
back,
4.5
so,
years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Time flies.
People leave and they come back.
That's the
There's a
beauty.
reason.
Yes.
Oh, so wrapping this up, I think going back to if you were unfortunate enough to not be one of the ones that got a team, come on out. I hear that El Jardín is catering. Is that correct?
They
And,
are. Street tacos.
Right, and that's sponsored by Melanie J Financial, so thank you for that. If you were one of the sponsors that we didn't mention, you can blame me, not Cynthia, because I made this so small that she couldn't read it. And
I don't
there's
have
too
my
many of
readers
y'all.
on.
We always like to finish So this is a test on whether you've been listening to our podcast or not.
Oh gosh, Liz, do not do this to me. Are
No,
you
I'm
kidding?
just joking. It's not a hard question. Okay, so it's the fill in the blank. Hamilton County is.
What a hometown should be.
Oh, nice.
I mean,
well
that's
done.
great.
Good
Ah,
job.
look
Hey,
at
drop
him.
the mic on that
That's,
one.
Yeah, right there. Just pull it off. That's great. Okay, well that's. I think that is.
You got to end on a high note there.
I want to say thank you for bringing this to Hamilton, and I'm going to give Cynthia a big thank you because if you see all the things that go on with Big Road Brand, the events that we put on, those don't operate without a Cynthia. So if you're organizing events, I mean that's why she's on these things, is because she wants them to be right and she makes sure that they're right.
I'm a little particular.
So I'm thankful.
Well, thank you.
Liz's need Cynthia's is what I'd like to say, right? Probably Ross's and Garen's need. It's like Garen's the Cynthia in our relationship. So, she's a lot prettier.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you very much.
He also likes pink.
Why not?
There we go.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which can they buy shirts? Is it too late to buy shirts? Will there be shirts?
No, I'll get you a shirt. If you guys
So
want
if
a
you
shirt, I'll get you a shirt.
I mean,
They're pretty cool. They're actually, we designed this year, so
I like the tape.
I
see
the
the
tape.
cassette tape,
Yeah.
and then we threw it back to class of
Class of
87,
80.
Nice.
87.
Wow.
and then we've got the
Uh-oh.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, yes.
so then
I see that you said the
the
straight
throwback
champion.
to the 87 state championship.
There you go. I love that. That's
That's
awesome.
great. Okay, so are those on the website too, or do you just you got to come out and you got to eat
You got to
lunch?
come out.
You got to come
yeah.
out and chase me down, and I'll get you a
A
shirt.
shirt. Okay. Well, thank you all again, and
you.
bye y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks for spending time with us today. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you follow Heart of Hamilton County on Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook so you never miss a story. And if you know someone whose story Hamilton County needs to hear, send them our way. Bye, y'all. So we're back on because I forgot to ask the question. Really, this was like the main question I wanted to ask. Not that the other stuff's not important, but tell us about the song Countdown.
Yeah, the
Because,
countdown.
people
So
need to know that.
it's the cassette era. So basically, what was happening was Gary was selling Chain Motor Company, and there's a huge shop out back where we've all stored stuff over the years. And so we're going through all this and cleaning it out and getting ready for the new owner. And of course, we're all in there because we all get volunteered to help clean everything out. And we stumble across Gary Wayne's tape collection, and there's probably, these are all cassette tapes, and they're in these crates, and they're face up where you can read all the different bands and all the different things, right? And there's probably 200, 250 in there.
That's a big case.
And so we stumble upon those, and these are all my jam, right? Like, we grew up listening to this. Our older brothers and sisters had these tapes, right? And we're all cool listening to the grown up kid music. But it's like Def Leppard, Dokken, Bon Jovi, Poison, all that type of stuff, right? So I'm like, these are my jam too, right? So I post pictures of the cassettes onto the Facebook group, just like, hey, look what I found, sort of a thing, right? And I just kind of put it out there. We got all these replies back on Facebook on this post. I think Donnie Jones was coming back with, hey, there's my lost tape of Corey Hart, like Sunglasses at Night, or whatever that is. There were some mixtapes of Dokken that Wade Hatter had put together for Gary Wayne. He was trying to get him on to Dokken, and that was his favorite band or whatever. When they were at college. Brian Lightfoot was talking about climbing in the back seat of whatever car, I guess Gary or he were driving.
Whoa.
And looking through tapes of what's going to be the next
I
song.
didn't know where you were going with that.
Yeah,
I was
sorry
like,
about
okay.
that. We'll keep it PG. We'll keep it PG.
I was like, your mom's gonna watch this, and all the Keno ladies probably.
And then Brian Hale was talking about he went somewhere with Gary, like to Waco or something like that, and all they listened to all the way there and all the way back was Def Leppard Hysteria, that came out in '87. That was his senior year. So that's the origin of the countdown. So I looked at that and I said, you know what, we can count down the tournament with these songs, and I'll mix through this tape collection and pick out songs and those kind of things. So that's a countdown we started a couple years ago.
I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's very cool. You know,
Yeah.
He's very thoughtful. He puts a lot of time into
I
it.
put a lot of time and effort into that countdown. I mean, there's a lot of judging and rubric that goes into what's going to be posted. There's some more risque songs that I've had to kind of sort of pull out and those kind of things. But yeah, it's a very rigorous process to get the countdown just right.
Should do a karaoke.
Yeah, we've done karaoke a few times out at the clubhouse. It's interesting.
It
very
would be a
interesting.
whole new era with all of us getting older, and we don't stay up as late, and
But it was kind of it was a
difference.
good kind of karaoke where it wasn't like you were stuck with just your voice. It was kind of like you were a backup singer and they still played the main. So it was kind of a cool karaoke
I'll
twist.
volunteer to bring the karaoke machine.
There you go.
We may have to pick you up on
We
that.
bought one for one event. I don't remember what it was. Which event was that we bought the karaoke machine? I don't know. That'd be fun.
We'll load some 80s in there and go to town.
So yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that story.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.